KS.
Say what?
Well, let's see here. You got the hoopty trade-in with the BBSs and the hubcaps in the back. Tap your credit, got a free 10 credit there. And you got these two repos here too. Well, I'll tell you what here. Mr. Roosevelt, we're not going to be able to sell you the car in a traditional sense. You do have the option to put down maybe $16K, and then we'll go ahead and process the paperwork. But we're going to need that upfront cash, and then we'll put you in the vehicle. How does that sound there, buddy?
Hello?
Look here, baby, I'm going to need that little money right there to put down on the show.
What in the world you talking about? Can't you finance it?
I'm going through some things. I can't really finance it right now. Just come on around here and help me out a little bit. Girl, come on now. You remember when I delivered your pit bull puppies now? That little bitty old fat pit bull belly with all them pitter-patter footsteps up in there. I delivered them things for you now. Come on now, you owe me one now. Girl, come on over here. Help me with the show.
First of all, nigga, they let you out? I ain't got time for this shit. Call your mama.
Lord have mercy, I got to get my critic right. Critical jacked up in this bitch. God damn. Check one. 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. Credit check. Check it out. Dave Ski in the BDLG. Trying to keep this Alexander technique on point. Keep your chin off your chest. Walk tall and proud, but not too proud. Always showing humility by the ways of the true and almighty living God. Got to try your best not to go against Luke 14:11 at all times. Abase yourself so that you might be exalted in the near future. God bless and respect to the masses, even though the whole country's got tech neck pretty much and mad fools out there with phone addiction beyond any medical help across the globe. But you know, 2D Talks is just our little show to help remind everybody that we're all human. Nobody was born a robot. Don't forget to get your screen breaks in daily. Put that phone down and enjoy being human. And the only way to do that is to recognize humanness. With us, find passion, compassion, hugs, not drugs, y'all. And try your best to get your rest, dress, hustle with finesse, and swing down to the cherry stop and let me ride. Irv Chulo 2, K.A. Steely Flan. It's the 2D Talk Show, y'all, for the homies. Co-kicking and riding in the Broham limo metallic gray with a velvety red interior. Remember them shits? Oh my goodness. Today's show we're going to talk about the credit game and why in this deep seek ass, super advanced, intelligent, and informative age are people still not wanting to enter into the good credit place. Cheers to Ted Danson, right? Know what I mean? People are still out there lost with the credit game. So we're going to talk about it a little bit on this show. Hopefully the First Amendment will be a little graceful today and allow us to talk about the banking culture. I guess we'll be okay as long as we don't go too deep on it. And with that, of course, we got to get a little disclaimer for this show. Disclaimer. Beware that the words expressed on 2D Talks are not established financial concrete directions. Just a little light advice here. Always consult investment professionals before engaging into your own credit journey because credit can be dangerous here and there. Anyways, of course, 2D Talks is not meant to disparage anyone or any entity via the YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and the Podbean gods. These are all just slightly aggressive opinions here and there, drafted up by the one Dave Ski and the homie Irv Chulo. And before we get all the way into it, let's give a couple shoutouts to the beat gods from the one Dave Ski and the homie Irv Chulo, aka Steely Flan. And of course to the homie Father Lux. Father Luxury, wherever you're at in the world, God bless. Keep on keeping on, always holding it down in the 215 and beyond. The one true homie, System D128, DJ J Mob, DJ It's Real, all the Insomniacs. And the OG from DC, the big homie Tommy Dread. Big ups. Can't forget about Dr. Westlake. And a special shout out to the one homie Detroit Rick out there in Vegas holding it down. More shout outs coming throughout the show, you know that. Complimentary ads, big ups and shoutouts, dedications, anything you need to announce on the show, just hit us up. Also, indies out there, independent music publishing offered to all the indies out there, songwriters, producers, lyricists, anybody that's got music out there on the internet, you want some publishing for it, we got your back. Just hit us up, we'll show you how to do it. Right now, let's take a little freestyling on the credit game. What do you say? Ready? How do I come up in the credit game? Well, how do I get large in the credit game? How do I come up in the credit game? How do I come up in the credit game? You see, credit is straight business. We're gonna keep short interest on these hoes and bitches all the way till they turn the lights out on this cold world planet. Got that? How do I come up in the credit game? How do I come up in the credit game? Hit it! Yeah, I'm trying to get that 620 though. I'm trying to get that 680, that 710, that 740, that 800.
Snoop Froggy Lord, official Froggy beats on the track.
Being a man is more important to me than anything else. Fundamentals, character, integrity, honor, these things are the most important things that I was taught growing up more than anything. The pimp shit is secondary. See, the game is not pimping. Pimping is a part of the game. The game is so much bigger than just pimping.
Say what?
You can use me. I'm a covenant man. Money!
Dave Ski.
Live,
Earth Scratch.
very,
To detox.
live every day.
Another day.
Like it's your last one, oh yeah.
Big up Father Lott.
Let's organize reasoning and knowledge. Spent 2 more years to get through college. Doesn't really matter anymore anyways, cause knowledge of the gods lasts more always. All the way until this day, yep, all the way until this day. You wanna front? Yo, peace goes out to the gods. Hashtagging the players real quick. Evan Ken, Timo Rice, Rosebud, Gorgeous Dre, Vinnie Mac, Rody Mac, Too Real 414, King Flex, Forever with the art of Mackin, Sharp, Pimpin' Dino, Freeze, Giga Grandmaster Virgil, Gangsta Brown, Berserker Bandit, Pinterest Bubble. And yo, Herb Chulo, let them fools know, man, yo. Every time you hit the like button, wifey darts her tongue, toss salad style, up in your boy Dave Ski's tunnel, man. So yo, check this out, man. Used to be cool, but now their tongue is like a dry piece of sandpaper, just darting up in a brother backside, man. Stop hitting that like button, man. Ah, shit, cut this shit out, man. God damn, yo, man, stop. You know, I remember watching Grandmaster Virgil and Pimp Ken and Sharp when he was on No Jumper, and they had this really good powwow. And Grandmaster Virgil said something that was intriguing. He was like, well, if a hoe chooses up on me, she has to prove something first before I take her on. When you're talking about street credit, this is the root, bottom floor, concrete level, what credit really is, man. Basically, credit is honor. Credit is like an honor system, man. And the reason why so many people have bad credit in America is because where is the honor metric, or what's the honor scale in America? I think it's at an all-time low, man. I really do. And I think it's always been on a decline because nobody really wants to take time to learn about credit because, you know, credit is boring. Credit is about the banking structures, man, the banking systems. To a lot of people, that stuff is just really boring. But that shit ain't never been boring to me, dog. To learn about banking, I mean, banking and banking systems controls all of our lives. All facets of it, man. Direct deposits from your job,
mortgage, groceries, clothes, food, clothing, and shelter. The bank controls all that shit, man. I'm talking about the big banks too, the big banks. The Fed, the interest rates, all that shit's controlled. Everything in our lives is controlled by those guys, man. And why wouldn't you want to learn about that shit? Okay, before we go into my mindset of banking, one more thing. A little while ago, I watched the podcast on Derek Whitehead being interviewed by Badman Kevo. Something about how he cracked the credit code and all these different credit hacks. Let me tell you, man, credit is dangerous. And he was spitting some game, but it just seemed so off the wall because he looked like a straight up Don Magic Wine Los Angeles style pimp talking about some heavy, incredulous styles of banking knowledge. This shit was off the wall, man. It was like watching Lil Wayne spit about the changing world order or something like that. And he was throwing these terms around like credit card stacking and limited liability corporations, how they can't borrow money. And the whole thing just sounds so frivolous, man. Just straight up horse manure like a motherfucker. It's like, plus the dude looked like one of them WKRP pimps, like, remember Herb from WKRP? Looked like one of them old Mel Farr superstar Detroit used Benz dealership pimps, but not the really good Benz. It's like the old diesel Benzes. He's slanging them motherfuckers like a big ass parking lot full of lemons. I don't know. It just seemed kind of off. That's all. The whole interview seemed kind of off. I could be wrong. Dude's probably a cool dude. Another black man trying to get some money up in this bitch. But man, you talking about all that credit card stacking shit, man? Yo, I already done did it, man. I did it in analog times when there was no internet and you just had to go to the library to look stuff up in order to try to come up. But Derek Whitehead is just casually talking about borrowing millions from the bank when you build up your business credit profile through Dun & Brad. I mean, man, let me tell you something, man. Our credit card stacked back in the 90s, and that shit was ruthless. I mean, you guys gotta check out this movie called Maxed Out and see how people can't even endure no parts of being in debt of that magnitude. Point blank, man, being in debt just makes you feel horrible. It's a spirit, man. It's a spirit that brings you the fuck down. It makes you feel terrible. It makes you feel like you're close to death, because if you are a person with a soul and you have honor, being in debt is the most terrible thing ever. Like, if you don't have a soul, if you don't give a fuck about nothing, which most Americans don't. It's sad to say that, but most Americans, they don't give a fuck about their own credit. That's why the people out here have bad credit in the first place. They don't care. They have no honor. They don't have no sense at all of paying anything back. Okay, well, you know how they say BC before Christ, or BG is before game, BC, BG, they're pretty much synonymous. Once you have knowledge of the Christ, you have knowledge of game, because the anointing is pretty much just game. Because the Christ was a revolutionary, man. Dude was doing revolutionary things. And once you have that type of game, you're over the beast. You know what I mean? Get behind me, Satan. On that Matthew 16:23 joint and that type of shit. So in the before game era, you know what I mean? I didn't have a sense at all of paying something back either. That was back when I had no knowledge of the game of anything. No knowledge of the game, no knowledge of systems, no knowledge of the construct and how they set this whole thing up. Fractional reserve borrowing systems by the bank, which they use to this day, which is totally legalized fraud. Nobody else can do that except banking institutions. They can lend money out that they don't have. You know what I mean? I had no knowledge of that. So back when I first destroyed my credit, I didn't know what the hell I was doing, because back then there was no internet. There was no free game anywhere. So now that I have acquired a lot of different styles of knowledge and wisdom, I'll break it down for you right quick. It's easy. Easier said than done, of course, but check out the setup though. It's pretty easy. If you're thinking in the terms of a former P, like Berserk the Bandit, for example, anybody could apply for a credit card to get $2,000 off the bat. Visa, MasterCharge, Amex, Discover, whatever. You apply the right way, making decent income, any bank will issue anybody $2,000 off rip. You can start with that one. This is how you properly credit card stack, if they allow this, because once again, I did it back in the 90s and that shit was hell. And Chapter 7 lawyers will refer to this as reckless borrowing, which everybody looks down on this inside of the industry. So it's pretty much impossible to do, but in theory, you could probably do this. 500 credit cards at $2,000 a piece is $1 million. A crack Donald's or a Wendy's or something like that, Taco Hell, might be 600 grand. You can buy the restaurant on a bunch of credit cards, maybe at 700 thou. You take 200 thou that's left on the credit cards and pay the bills of the credit cards with their own convenience checks. Until the restaurant, fast food like a motherfucker, where the drive-through window looks like a crack window. So it's just revolving motherfuckers shoving burgers in their face, and you're collecting all this goddamn money like a motherfucker. This is the real deal about credit, man. If you really want to do Operation Credit Card Stackola and do it where it's somewhat possible. It still might be impossible to do, but in theory, it's somewhat possible. Okay, one credit card, 2 G's. How you gonna get 500 credit cards at 2 G's a pop, all gold platinum cards, totaling out $1 million? How you gonna go about doing that? Well, the only real way is to have the mindset of a motherfucking pimp. So if you were a pimp, but you still have that former mindset of when you were in the life and it's still in your heart, that's gonna benefit you a lot if you try to do credit card stacking in this way. Just check it out. I worked in the bank back in the late 90s, and that shit fascinated me when I worked for the bank then, all the way till now. Alright, let's bring you into my mindset about banking. Alright, this is the only way you can do this. Wait, you wanna go commercial now? Irv, wanna go commercial? Nah? Wanna keep flowing? Alright, let's break it down. Okay, here we go again. Pimps and hoes. Pimping. Hoes. The bank, of course, is the pimp. We are the hoes. We pay the bank. And the interest is the bulldagger thief bitch that is the muscle for the bank. That's the interest. Interest kind of forces you to pay because you don't want to pay more than you owe. You know what I mean? Like interest, man, that shit is ruthless. 26 to 29%. That shit is like legalized loan sharking, man. That's fucked up ass pimping. That's why I hate credit, borrowing, all that bullshit. It just sucks, man. It went through it all. That shit is hellified stress. But anyway, here's the theory. You have the pimp mindset, get a cam house. It runs hand in hand with real hoeing, but it's legalized hoeing. All that freaky shit on cams, tricks still pay for that shit. But here's the deal. You have the cam house set up. You got to get to the point where you have 50 chicks. And they're like mid-level lazy. They don't have to be all out hoes on the camera. They can do a couple scenes a month or some shit like that. You don't have to work them like a ruthless gorilla pimp ass motherfucker. As long as they're in the cam house doing their thing on a very light schedule of solo cam hoeing, then you have the cam house set up. That's cool. But here's the deal. You have to get 50 girls to apply for 10 different credit cards. Can't do it all at once. It has to be incremental. And this is the key. You're going to have a business bank account with at least 100-something thousand in it. So all the shit that you did in your past lives or whatever, some of that money you had to stack in the game, and then you can put it into a business bank account, get your Dun & Brad, and liquid assets always rules when it comes to having bomb-ass credit on a business, and even in the person as well. If you have liquid assets, man, your credit is already going to be high as fuck. So if you have a good cam house, dime pieces, 20 through 26 years of age, not too much game, just a little bit of game. They're willing to follow your instructions. This goes for madams too. Bottom bitch style, boss ass, madam type bitches can do this as well. You just have to walk the girls through the application process, and then your business will co-sign the credit card because your business is stacked up with liquid assets. So this way you have a high probability of being approved. Once the approval goes through, now your bitches have credit cards and you're all stacking credit cards as a group. 50 bitches, 10 cards a piece. Each card has 2 G's. That totals out to be 500 cards at the end, which is $1 million. Now, here's where the problem is going to come in, because this is all just theory. Of course, not financial advice at all. This is just theory. Just talking some shit here. 2D Talks, y'all. You know what's up. We're just talking a gang of shit here. But in theory, this could actually happen if you don't run into the stressors. And the stressors, which will be a lot of them. But of course, what will be the main stressor that will come of this if somebody was to actually put this type of game into action? Come on, man, you know the drill. What's gonna happen? 10 credit cards for one person to have is a lot. Even if a bank approves it because you have a business account with 100 G's or 125 G's in it and it's approved, even still, 10 credit cards for one person is a lot. I know people do it, man. Wifey did it. I did it many times. Hella back in the days, but I would never do that shit again. But if this theory was to play out in anybody's mind, what's the number one thing that's gonna happen that's gonna fuck you up all the way? The desire for one of the girls to start spending money on those cards. You're gonna have to manage those cards with such a airtight, ironclad overseer mentality that it's gonna be stressful as fuck. It's gonna be so much stress to not spend any money because you're trying to stack. It's Operation Stackola. You're trying to stack the cards and you can't do it all at once. It's gotta be done in increments. And then if you actually reach to the point where you finally get the cards and get the mill, then you're gonna have to go through a slew of white supremacy to actually enable you, those type of franchise owners, allow you to own one of their brands. And you trying to put a Crackdonald's in a medium level hood so that you can slang crack burgers to all these fiends that's fiending for fast food. It's a ruthless game, man. I mean, just spitting right here. It's ruthless shit. But that's gonna be the main deal to really fuck the whole operation up, is the desire to spend the money before you get the whole entire bag stacked up first, so that you can buy a Crackdonald's, Wendy's, or a Taco Hell. And just some quick 2 detox tidbits right here for regular broke-ass motherfuckers with debt. If you really want to get out of debt, the nationaldebtrelief.com, that company right there, that entity is actually pretty good. It'll help you get out of debt. It helped me to relieve a lot of different types of creditors, especially during COVID when everything got filed all the way to hell up. Because I had loans out and then lost all the jobs, then couldn't pay the loans, going into different payment plans with different creditors. Then you just decide to consolidate all the loans, put it into National Debt Relief, and they'll disperse payments out to your creditors from one major payment that you pay them, and then you can discuss which type of payment that you want to pay with the National Debt Relief Company, and then they'll handle all your creditors for you. That's a good program, it's cool, but just remember that National Debt Relief wants their fees as well. All this shit is fees, man. Everything's fees. You can't avoid the fees. So, land of the fee, home of the slave. That's what it is, man. That's the creed here. But it is a good service. I gotta admit, it's pretty good. They handle a lot of different bad credit situations to wipe out that debt. And then the creditors will settle the debt for you after you've completed the program within a year, 2 years, or something like that, depending on how much debt you have. But back to the restaurant game and the theories of credit card stacking. If you actually get to a position where you can actually use the money for franchising, the best way to go about it, if you get to that level, if it's like this, if you own like a Pincho Man first, you didn't shell out no big money for a regular Crackdonald's franchise. You put up a Pincho Man somewhere where a neighborhood is actually coming up. Like, all right, let's check it out. You won't see a Whole Foods in a medium level or a low level ghetto. You just won't see a Whole Foods in those areas. Like, if you have a Pincho Man service inside of a Whole Foods neighborhood type of deal, that neighborhood is gonna want to get that Pincho Man out of that neighborhood as quickly as possible. So if you own something like the beautiful Alcapuria, selling that greasy Puerto Rican food out of a food truck or some Pincho Man type of a deal. And I think this should happen too. Like, if you're selling those types of items in a medium level type of a hood, not really a hood, just a medium hood, and it's kind of coming up a little bit, then when stores are being built up around the area that your Aquaporia stand is in, the neighborhood's starting to build up, the beach is going to step to you, man. They're going to want to buy that Pincho Man cart, food truck, or whatever you have. They're going to want to buy that out. Yeah, man, I've seen that happen actually, right there on Pershing and South Cimarron 436, when that Pincho Man was right there across from the Walmart neighborhood market on that little corner right there. When you're taking that left, if you're coming down Pershing and you hit Cimarron and you're going to take that left to go to the airport, right on that little corner, man, was Pincho Man food truck. Nice food truck. It was dope. It was a nice Puerto Rican grill, a bunch of greasy food, of course, real nasty heart attack type shit. But, it was right there. He was doing his thing. And then next thing you know, boom, Wendy's came, bought him out. Not sure what the deal was, how much he got for the buyout, but That's what I'm saying. If he was in position to where he could buy himself into the Wendy's, you know, I didn't know the guy at all. I went there a couple times to get some pinchos, but I don't know if he actually was that savvy enough or that gamed up enough to where the Wendy's that bought him out, if he was gamed up, he would have bought into the Wendy's a little bit with the money that he made or the money that he stacked or any type of operation stackola that he had. Like if he was sitting on 300 grand from credit cards, he could have bought into the Wendy's takeover of his operation, if that makes sense. But once again, you know, that's hellified, bona fide game right there. So if the game is there, you will actually offer to buy yourself out. You gotta marinate on that for a minute. Like if the B steps to you and you sitting on a wad of cash, then you could organize a contract of them buying you out to where you can say that you want to buy a piece of the restaurant. You know what I mean? To save them money from buying you out. You'll say, okay, yeah, buy me out, but hey, knock off 200 grand and that's gonna be my piece for the life of the new restaurant that's coming into this area. I mean, that's hella game, but you could possibly work that out, but that's hella game right there. You have to organize a lot of time and you'd have to case study the Altamonte stand for a couple months or a couple years to study your growth, study your seasons. And then as you're making your money, once the beast steps to you, then you have the case studies to give them what you're doing in sales. But once again, that's hellified game. You have to work that system for a long time in order to get the rep up so you can step up, you know what I mean? Okay, Irv, let's take a quick break here and we'll do a little Planet Skyber real quick. Come back, shout outs. Then we'll sum up the episode, of course. And on the sum up, I'm going to show you guys what it's like to be in real debt, because I went chapter 7 back in 99 and it was one hell of a scenario, man. That shit was scary, crazy as hell. It was just the worst feeling ever, man. And I'm going to explain how it went down right after the break.
You're listening to 2D Talks with the big homie Dave Ski on the mic and Irv Chulo handling all kind of shit behind the scenes. We hope you're enjoying the show. We'll be right back.
Dave Ski, the Skyber Dolomite, good looking with the $5 holler. Get indie published through Skyber app. Dave Ski. Oh, that's dope. I'm gonna have to check that out. Skyber. I'm gonna have to check that out for sure. Dave Ski.
Skyber.
A word?
Dave Ski.
For real?
Father Lott. Feeding Lott.
Aight.
Dave Ski.
Skyber.
Look out that.
Skyber.
For real?
Dave Ski.
Skyber.
Father Lott.
Yo, man, what do you do with this shit? How do you use this shit, man? What the fuck is this, man? What is this, man?
You're going about it all wrong, dog. Think in the mindset of a P first, man. Put this sky piece on first, and then you'll understand. Check it out.
Oh, shit, alright. Oh, I see what y'all got going on over here, man. Alright. Damn, okay. The world is ours. Alright, I feel you.
Look out that.
Aight.
What's up, kin folks and loved ones? This is your main man, Slink Johnson, BKA Black Jesus, letting y'all know about Skyber, the customizable tipping app. Skyber's the only app willing to pay out reparations. Check it. The first FBA to use Skyber after hearing this gets $100. Whoever uses it afterwards can still get tangibles forwarded to their accounts. Ain't no law against companies helping with reparations, right? Let's stop all these coon babbling trends and let's set a trend to help FBA stack paper. Search Skyber app on Google Play or the App Store for more details. Big ups to Diplo, System D128, DJ J-Mob, and a special shout out to Lord D, aka Dave Ski, for making it happen. Skyber app, y'all.
Skyber.org.
Okay, check this out. We're gonna go to London Session for the shout outs here. We're gonna go to Floston Powers. Check it out. Shout outs. London Session style. Check it out. Giving you complimentary shout outs, big ups, and advertisements for the local companies from the catacombs and grottos of stakeout detective services, risking our lives within the shadow hours. However, regardless, we're giving out these shoutouts right about now to the chauffeur extraordinaire, limos, town cars, navigators, aviators, anything that you desire for luxurious rides all across Central Florida and beyond. Contact Bruce Marshall, one of the best in the business. Give him a ring on the Stelly, 407-342-6717. Also on the list, check keepingorlandomoving.com, specifically looking up Patra Stanley for all your real estate needs. Research her through info@teamstroth.com. Take a look at the vintage air conditioning services by Big City Red, aka Dave Dice Robinson, with Airflow Systems of Central Florida. Ask for the 5% discount on all your AC, HVAC, and heating needs. Also, give a reach out to Advantage Renovation LLC with many orders, doing all sorts of renovations for your bathroom, kitchen, or offices. You can find him on the ground or just reach out and we'll get you his information. And of course, we have Raymond Financials, the master of Forex tips, trading help, and all sorts of PAM account management services to help you glorify your investment portfolio with confidence. Of course, all those head shops out there giving you the presence of an excellent, luxurious gentleman style of a look. Step up to the plate with 5-star cuts, Dimension Stay Fly cuts with Darius Robinson. Boss up braids with Shay the Stylist, Razor Edge, Finishing Torch. All these head shops are located in Central Florida, and they may also give you a Skyber discount just to run it by your local barber. And look out for Divinely Roots for all your dreadlock needs, keeping them clean. Or if you're just starting to twist those locks up, check Divinely Roots out there in LongWood. Can't forget about the landscaping masters, Vic&Ray. Reach out to those guys if you're in need of a fine job for your lawn maintenance care. We also have E&J Enterprises Vending for all your vending machine needs throughout Central Florida and beyond. And of course to the beat gods, Quattro Beats, Asamino, Cooking Soul, Avatar Beats, Tequila Beats, Noisy Beats, Corner Boy Music, Soul Stone, Luca Burr, Log South Beats, and of course Jay Smooth on all the main tracks for Shooty Talks. Shouting out quick snocks bending out there, supplying all the cold drinks for Barber Park and all the fellas out there playing pickup basketball. Shouting out LGOLocksmith.com. If you do happen to get locked out of your short, give old Lewis a call. He will provide services for those times. And of course, all the former gentlemen of leisure with all their knowledge of the games of the P, Pimpin' Ken, Gangsta Brown, Braids, Roddy Mark, Andre Taylor, Rosebud, and all the others, supplying all that esoteric knowledge across the internet and beyond. Special shoutouts go to Coach Lott, Detroit Rick in Las Vegas, System D128,
Dr. Westlake, and all the fellas out there holding it down. Peace be unto you. We're always looking out for the little guy to detox the most human broadcast in the podcast matrix. As a matter of fact, also giving out music publishing deals. 100 plays of your song gets you back cheddar on your Skyber workover account. It's a little bit of scratch, but still it's passive income, and plus you will qualify for year-end bonuses just for being a part of the Skyber team. So if you need a company shout out for any type of dedication, or if you're an indie label needing publishing, just make sure to hit us up through skyber.org. Can't forget about inkdropartco.com, and a special shout out to the B2M Premium Urban Youth / Compassion Club, aka boys2men.org. BOYS2MEN, always looking out for the young, urban, adolescents and the education game, coming up as strong young scholars, bettering themselves in the school system of Central Florida. All these companies, you can look them up in the descriptions, all the information to reach out if you decide to hire any of these gentlemen. Big ups to all. And now back to the show with Dave Ski, Urban Chulo, For the Lux, and all the rest of the homies down with the ultimate podcast, 2D Talks, 2 dudes talking about all kind of shit, floats and black powers, signing off. And let's get to it.
So straight up, this is all pretty much just fantasy, man. You can't really credit card stack. You can't have the mentality to go into a credit situation and start stacking up cards like that. You know, it's a fantasy. You can do it. It's a theory. We just theorizing here, hypothetical situations. I wouldn't suggest or recommend anybody to go out and do that, even to former P's. I mean, it's wild because you're going to get into a situation where you're going to put yourself into major hospital style stress. And straight up, I tried to do it, man. I really did. In analog times with no internet, I was stacking up cards, man, almost into the $100,000 range. I was trying to buy a Wendy's and I didn't have a clue on how to do it. I was just winging it every day, trying to figure out how to stack and how to get through all the errors, and then finally wind up with a restaurant, you know, at the tender age of like 24 years old. But once again, I mean, you stacking up cards. Next thing you know, life starts lifing, and you have to spend some of that money. I was dropping money on the record label, Insomniac magazine, trying to get stuff ready for radio promotions tours, trying to do tours, trying to set up events and all kind of stuff. And you know, it's just a big whirlwind of expenditures that you're not even going to see when you're actually trying to stack up cards, and it's just never going to work, man. So I had to go and do a chapter 7 with this lawyer. I never forget him though. It was a great lawyer, man. This dude named Stephen Kaplan, downtown Orlando. He's probably still down there, man. Kaplan, I think it's kaplanbankruptcy.com, I think. But yeah, that's like the last resort of anybody that has to go through something like that. That's the last resort. You never really want to get into that position. You never want to have yourself fucked all the way the hell up in credit. Credit is just dangerous, man. You have to respect and honor and treat your credit with so much integrity, because that's the only real thing you have as a trust factor for all these institutions out here. Banks, credit cards, lending institutions, mortgages, cars, everything is based on your credit. And if you fuck that up, you know, you're pretty much fucked for a little bit. Then you have to go ahead and try to rebuild that thing. And rebuilding it can be hard, but it takes patience, and you can rebuild it. But straight up and down, man, if you're just trying to stack cards in order to make money, or if you're trying to do some type of a Derek Whitehead fictional tale, self-help books, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, like a motherfucker type shit, I mean, man, the money is just like there, man. You don't even have to do all of this crazy shit no more, because there's so much hustles out here, and you can just get on one so easily. Man, I just can't help but to stress that Skyber hustle, man. It's such an easy hustle, man. Damn. And it's not MLM. No MLM involved at all. Multi-level recruitment, nothing like that, man. It's only too deep. Guest worker. Guest pays the worker, workers the seed, guest the parent, pay the kid for chores. Do that once a week. At the end of the year, you get double returns. So $1 a week, $4 a month, $48 a year. Get back $100 on the bonus, and that's guaranteed. It's like, man, easiest hustle in the world, but nobody will ever try to understand this shit. It's like all on autopilot too. Automatic deduction from the debit card, $1 a week, automatic. All you gotta do is sign up, do it once, forward the app, the paperwork, all autopilot. And of course, if you want to put more into it, it's on you. Put whatever you want into your family, you know? It's your world. Group economics is so unfathomable today because everything is so fucking individualized. I mean, you got your whole life curated on this phone as an individual. But if you come outside the box just a little bit, man, we can all get paid, man. Group economics is so powerful. Mad props to Dr. Claude Anderson for spreading so much game on the internet about that. Okay, let's get back to this horror story. Chapter 7, Bankruptcy. Something that nobody should ever do. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying, man. I made all these errors, so you don't have to, man. Learn from the plight of our own sorrows, man. You don't have to go through any of this bullshit. So, this is what happened. Credit card stacked like a motherfucker. Broke the credit. Destroyed it. Trying to do some crazy shit like buying a restaurant with a bunch of credit cards. Crazy, stupid shit. So, didn't know what to do. In a whirlwind of mental pain. Stressed like a motherfucker. Wound up getting in touch with Steve Kaplan downtown Orlando. I didn't know how I got in touch with the guy. I think I may have looked him up in a newspaper or some shit back then. But walked in the office, wrote down all the debts, all the debtors. He took a look at the sheet, took a look at all the debt, took a look at everything, and he was just calm. He was calm, cool, collected. He was like, man, we can erase this debt fairly easily because it's all unsecured. You know, credit cards is unsecured debt. There's no lien on a credit card. Once again, terms and conditions of credit cards is all honor. You're promising to pay that money back. If you don't pay it back on time, you know, you're going to incur a bunch of fees and shit. But anyway, he hooked it up, man. And all the paperwork was done to get the creditors off, but then you have to go into the court. And the bankruptcy court is scary than a motherfucker, dog. That shit is scary as hell, man. I'll never forget that shit. You had to walk in with the lawyer assistant. She was fine as hell, by the way, but she was like a assistant to help you, you know what I mean, to keep you from fainting or falling the fuck out because there's so much stress in that room. So the door opens up. She looks at me. She says, "Are you ready?" And she holds my hand to walk me in there because, you know, she's thinking I'm gonna pass the fuck out, man. Because once you walk in the door, man, this just motherfucker is just screaming. There's the head bankruptcy court judge at this big ass benchmark. It's on some type of a platform where you gotta look up to this guy, and he's looking down at everybody, just ready to cuss everybody out. The whole spirit of that whole situation was mean, bro. You know what I mean? It almost felt like the dude that was the judge. He looked like Ted Koppel, man, like a slim, real pale Paul Newman type looking dude with a wig on. That's what he looked like. And he looked like one of the meanest motherfuckers that you ever seen. He was ready to just put everybody in jail. That's what the spirit was. So he's calling motherfuckers up to the stand, and a couple of the creditors was in the audience. And then the judge looks at you and just starts drilling you with all these questions like, "Oh, so you didn't intend to pay this back? Where's your money at now? How much money you got on you right now? Can you pay this goddamn bill back right now?" You know what I mean? It was that type of vibe, man. The judge was looking at every motherfucker that stepped on the stand, drilling them, ready to cuss them out, ready to say, "Hey, man, you fucking up. Give me the money so we can disperse it to the creditors right now." It was the coldest vibe I've ever felt, seen, witnessed ever in my life, man. That shit was terrible. It was straight up pimping. You know what I mean? Like a pimp riding down on his hoes that ain't bringing numbers. Man, I don't want nobody to have to go through that shit, man. Nobody.
You're listening to 2D Talks with the big homie Dave Ski on the mic and Herb
Chulo, handling all kind of shit behind the scenes. We hope you enjoy the show.
Okay, what y'all want, a summary? Summary time? Man, to sum up the credit game this episode, so easy, man. Don't spend more than you make, pay your taxes, you're good. Too easy, right? Alright, check it out, man. All you really need is maybe 4 cards. When you go over 4 cards, you're in the danger zone. You're not gonna get no 800. You really only need 2 cards. And you just buy regular groceries or gas on a card and then pay it back before the bill is due, and then your score goes up. You work the credit game like that for a few years, you'll be in the 700s in no time. I mean, the whole thing is simple to do, but easier said than done, of course, but that's the basics on how to do it. And once you get that 700, then you can stack cards a little bit, but just remember, just don't spend them. And then once you get to maybe like 7 cards, if you want to go that high, only have 7 cards for 1 year. And then you cut the credit cards up, keep 1, and send the credit cards that's cut up, send them just back to the actual banking company that issued you the card. Type up a letter, send that shit back, say I don't need this anymore. And once you do that, banks will be like, oh shit. You know what I mean? The banks will be like, man, this motherfucker don't want this credit card. And then you know what's gonna happen. They're gonna start throwing money at you. And that's it. You won the credit game. Just don't accept the money that they're going to throw at you, because with the money that they're going to throw at you comes interest. And you don't want nothing to do with no motherfucking interest. You're not interested in interest. Fuck the interest. But yeah, if your goal is to stack credit cards in order to get money to do a business, man, you don't got to do none of that shit, man. Today's times, it's so damn easy to do something to flip cash. Just check it out, man. Trading is all over the internet, but trading is hard. You join us, we'll show you how to do it. It's easy, man. Because when you join us, you know, me and my homie J Mob, that's my bro ham right there. He's mastered trading for like 6-something years. You know, is he $1 million away from $1 million? I don't know. But he's stacked up pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So you join us, the Skyber Raymond Financials combination. You're gonna be in there, man. We're gonna be chilling, and more visions in the trading culture is gonna surface soon between me and Broham. Matter of fact, check out this new sub-genre we're trying to work on. It's called hip-hop. PIP, you know what I'm saying, percentage and price, the measurement on how price moves in the markets. We made a sub-genre about that, and then we're gonna try to flip it into some really groovy grooves. Matter of fact, let's check this one out. This is a great example. This is a track entitled The Trader's Anthem. I'm gonna let y'all feel this one out, man, because it was mad fun to put this song together with the homie, the real J Mob. So let's check this one out. The Trader's Anthem. Let's check it out. Hip hop. I gotta get to a spot, man. I can just kind of look at these charts and see what's going on, you know what I mean?
Can you trade it?
Well, sure. Click trade.
Hey, let's get paid all goddamn day.
For real?
Can you trade it?
Sure. Click trade.
Hey, let's get paid all goddamn day.
J-Mom.
Can you trade it?
Okay. Click trade.
Hey, let's get paid all goddamn day. Can you trade it?
Yeah. Click trade.
Hey, let's get paid all goddamn day.
Up 30 G's, stop lost breeds, I believe. #1, Poppy Chulo on the chart, take heed. Going long on green instrument, looking cleaner than Forex Factory pimp strut with the lean. Going super in like snow bunnies on the blade, living more licks. Yo, it's time to get paid.
Yes.
Eagles up, cobalt blue, gators shoe, balls too. But the spray this chart when I hit the TP crew. Spray that shit. Oh shit, retracement.
What?
Damn,
1411, a basement.
What's the slippage on this?
Damn, retracement again. Shit, call the broker.
Ring, ring.
Cancel order. Retail trader, what in the world are you thinking? This is 10,000 bottomless bits of straight pimping. trying to reach the target. We are the motherfucking market.
Sean here. Like I told Remo, you want focus tremendously. An intricate level of focus. Pay attention to the high time frame and then zoom in to the lower time frame to execute precisely. Wipe FVG on, wipe FVG off.
Can you trade it? A plus setups, click trade. Hey, let's get paid all goddamn day. Can you trade it? A plus setup, click trade. Hey, let's get paid all goddamn day. Can you trade it? A plus setup, sure, click trade. Hey, let's get paid all goddamn day. Can you trade it? A plus setup, click trade. Hey, let's get paid all goddamn. Interview account, no doubt. All I need is A plus trade set mid-size on the lot. Patient and feel, take that chill pill. Risk is real, Buddhist monk type shit. Sit on your hands and stay still. Don't take the fake trades, think player. Please remember who you're dealing with. Yes, the goddamn banks, no cognitive overloading, loading or corroding. Put the Buddhist monk water flow vibe and you're trading. Oh shit. Retracement, no need to worry, take a step back. High time frame, got that risk managed correctly. What's this one? Retracement again, no problem. If it stops out, whatever, remember, you win in low lever, my brother.
Extremely high probability.
Metallic hunter green, electric rose. Walk quietly on Mong temple hot cold. Emotions control, behold, watch it unfold like Rocket Mala. Gifted unlimited rhymes, universal sitting down playing chess. So take the rest, side eye kind suppress, meditate with Nina Beth.
Follow your heart.
Close the fucking chart. Dr. Sinister on steroids, watch list on androids. Get them kill zones right and don't get annoyed. 1,000 million black rocks stuffed insane in a space-time continuum of straight pain. P and L's will show you how to retrain. Top rated game all goddamn day. Can you trade it? A plus setup, click trade. Hey, let's get paid all goddamn day. Can you trade it? A plus setup, sure, click trade. Hey, let's get paid all goddamn day.
You are living very well. Stay on the steady path. Keep in with the flow, and you will be excellent in Kendo Kung Fu. Obi-Wan, my homie, signing off. And always remember to keep the chart simple. The Wu way is the only way. Only way.
This is a pimp dealer, man. Yo, shout out to my man Dave Steve. It is called hip hop, but it's bigger than that. Trading is the way to go. We built Wall Street. We built that bitch. Inside Connection got like $70 million on fucking inside trading. And she's in the fucking Senate. Nobody does that shit, man. She don't trade. Everybody got paid from inside information. We about to get paid on this shit now. It's not about them, it's about us. I'm done with that corporate slavery shit. I'm trying to get paid and get some reparational money out of this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
The real J Moore, Dave Ski, VMB Legacy, J Bay, Freeze, Organic Players, the Straight Lights Game versus the Tech Software Game, No Emotion, B1, Revelation, Holla. Alright, that's it. That's another one from the homie Dave Ski, Herb Chulo. Big ups Father Lux and J Mob, D128, all the fellas, Detroit Rick. Yo, signing off. See y'all next time. We out. Peace.